He's here. Get ready to flow. Let's dive deep with Pisces Tarot. Your business is my business. I see every ache, every kiss, the push, the pull, the silent cries. I'm exposing all the lies, revealing the hidden truth. With Mimi, you have the proof. Your business is my business. True. Welcome to Pisces Tarot. True.
Good evening. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to Pisces Tarot. I am your host. I am Mimi Lightseer, and today you are tuning into a new episode of Relationship Reality. This is an interactive space created to inform and empower. Over here, the truth is revealed, illusions are brought to the light, and you are supported in making conscious choices and decisions as you gain insight into the real dynamics between you and your person. Through the art of storytelling, I will be drawing on not only intuitive, psychic, but tarot card readings to get insight and explore the energy and patterns that are shaping the connection between you and your person, okay? Whether you are navigating love, questioning intentions, or standing at a crossroads, this is a space that is designed to bring you clarity, context, and direction that you can use, okay? This is a collective reading. It may or may not resonate with your current situation, a past situation, or a karmic dynamic that is unfolding now. With that being said, take what aligns and leave the rest. Now, let's set the tone for the evening. If you are ready to jump into this reading, I need you to put these stars in the chat, because baby, I got something for y'all, and I got time today. So we could be here for however long it takes. I'm energized. I'm invigorated. I am excited. All right. So if y'all ready to get into this, put the stars in the chat, the stars in the chat, the stars in the chat. Because look, what? Here comes. All right. Before we dive deeper, we are going to ground and center our energy. Grounding does keep us present and protected. So as we cleanse our energetic fields, we want to make sure that we create clarity that allows spirit to come through with precision and purpose, okay? So if y'all ready to get into this, I want to do 3 deep breaths. We're going to inhale 3 deep breaths, hold it for 4 seconds, and then release it, okay? Starting off, we are going to breathe in light and clarity and release any doubt and distractions. Here we go. Now let's inhale joy and freedom, and exhale sadness and captivity. Last but not least, let's inhale truth and wisdom and release and release deception and fear. Y'all, I love it. If you feel just a little bit lighter already, go ahead and put the exhale emoji, the exhale emoji in the chat, because I feel it. Like my feet is tingling and everything else. In the meantime, this is a gentle reminder that this space is sacred, okay? But it can become a little spicy. So spirit comes for your edges. Just know you're not alone, okay? We've all been a fool in love. Baby, today just may be your turn, all right? But I promise you, it's come from a space of love, okay? The topics that we're talking about today is meant to simply draw awareness, not to judge. But if you are ready for spirit to cook, go ahead and put those cooking emojis in the chat, because baby, when I tell you, spirit came through and gave me a word, okay? So if y'all ready to get into the divine insights, I want you to put the thank you hands in the chat. Put the thank you hands in the chat because we're about to go ahead and get into this. All right, here we go. All right, you guys. So please disregard my dirty hoodie from my dog. But anyway, all right, y'all. So as you know, before I do any live session, I always tap in with spirit to see what comes through. And sometimes it is a message, it is a dream, it is a vision, it is a song that I can't get out of my head. But baby, today, when I tell you today, spirit came through, okay, with enough to say and gave me exactly what he wanted me to say to you guys today, okay? Today's topic is talking about the difference between intentions, motives, and agendas, okay? Intentions, motives, and agendas. Now, I know you guys are probably like, where did that come from, Mimi? But I will assure you, I was washing my hands when this came to be, okay? So it wasn't like I was thinking about it. It wasn't like I prescripted this. Nothing, okay? Nothing, all right? So for those of you who are wondering, okay, intentions are your conscientious plans to do something. Motives are the underlying reasons why you want to do it. It is often rooted in emotional or physiological or psychological needs. And an agenda is the specific set of intentions or a hidden action, okay, growing out of the motives and intentions, often to promote a particular outcome of interest, okay? So in a nutshell, think of motive as the why, intent as to the what, and the agenda as the how, okay? Now, I know you guys are probably wondering, like, girl, what are you over here talking about? Well, I am telling you, boo. Okay, I'm about to tell you. Literally, as I was washing my hands, Spirit said to me, there is a distinction between a person's intentions, motives, and agendas. We all have intentions, we all have motives, and we all have agendas. Okay, that's what we do. Your intention may be to date and to meet someone, okay? Your motive may be because you desire compassion, you desire marriage, you desire partnership. Those are all motives. Your agendas is the plan or the list of things to be done to achieve that motive, but it is structured actions or a hidden set of goals, okay? So an agenda would be me going out to the club, for example, right? Me creating a dating app profile, me, asking friends to hook me up with other friends. Those would be my agendas to achieve all of these things, okay? Now, agendas are often secret. They're not public, okay? These are internal processes as to why you're doing what it is that you are doing. But it is important to know that there is a distinct difference between one's agenda and their intentions, okay? And their motives, right? There's distinctions. So what Spirit said to me was, people can say that they're moving with intentions. Doesn't mean that they're doing it. If the actions are not there and the actions are not aligned, you are not being intentional. You can say I'm being intentional with your words, but if your actions don't line up, if it's not actionable, if it's not material with proof, you are not being intentional. So what really is your motive? Okay? So using my dating example, I can say I'm intentional about who I'm dating. I'm dating to marry. That's an intention, which is noble. Okay. But if you are secretly on dating apps when you should be being faithful in a monogamous relationship because that's what you agreed upon, your agenda is not aligned with your intentions. Therefore, your motives can be deducted as you're still playing out in the field. You're trying to have options. You're trying to do this, that, and the third. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know exactly what this has to do with this reading, but when I promise you, we're about to get to the bottom of that. If that resonates with what I just said resonates with you, go ahead and drop the thinking emoji in the chat, because baby, it is time for us to get into this energy reading. What does today's relationship drama have to do with intentions, motives, and agendas? Here we go. All right, y'all. So now that we've already had a mouthful, let's check the overall undercurrent for today's energy. All right. So, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You are welcome to this place. Thank you for giving us a message that is going to be prevalent to those who are here presently and those who will be here in the future. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I say, all right. So what is the overall message for today's readings? What is the overall message for today? All right. Today's overall message is, or energy reading is, the rose's kiss. The rose's kiss. Now, one thing I will note about a rose is that it can definitely be prickly, okay? And roses come in all different shapes and sizes. There's masculine roses, which are the big roses that open up really, really wide. And then the feminine roses or female roses are the narrow roses, right? So roses come in different shapes, different sizes. They have long stem, they have short stem. They come in a variety of ways. But what I want to draw your attention to specifically with this card is this ladybug that is here, okay? This ladybug that is here. So someone thinks that by being in the proximity of this very, very colorful rose, they are in the way of something, like they benefit from this. I'm also picking up on the tarnishing of the leaves. Okay, the leaves are turning different colors, so this could be a different season in which this relationship is. I do see the friendship present. This is partially or primarily, I should say, a romantic connection, but this is also a divine connection and dealing with a lot of the third eye movement or interaction here, your intuition talking to you, as well as communication with the throat chakra with the blue. Okay, it's a lot of things going on here, but I also want to point out to you the number of stars that are here. That speaks to compassion. That speaks to your illumination. That also speaks to your spirituality. Okay, so there's a lot of things going on presently in this relationship. Okay, so it's about the rose's kiss. All right, now, Spirit, what is the truth that these particular individuals need to know for their journey? What is the truth that these particular individuals need to learn for their journey? Gratitude. Okay, I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Okay, I am grateful for this life and the opportunity that it presents. So you may be looking you may be feeling very optimistic about excuse me, still getting over this cold. You may be feeling very optimistic about the relationship itself. Okay, Maybe feeling very grateful that this person brings a presence to your life that has never been felt before. It hasn't been seen before. And that is also part of the reason why you're feeling like there is this luck on your side, right? Because this is a feeling that does not come easily. Okay. This person has aroused emotions in you that you probably have not felt in a long time. Maybe feeling giddy, very childlike, juvenile like, having the opportunity to say, you know what, there is a partnership here, there is a friendship here, this is my ace boon coon, this is my homie lover friend, whatever you want to call it. Okay, there is an arousal of feelings and emotions that has not been present in your life in quite some time. This may be reiterating the fact that you may have been alone, doesn't mean that you have been dead in feeling the desire of wanting to be with someone. Does that make sense? You have a lot of people that are alone, but prefer being alone, but are not lonely. Okay. They'd rather be by themselves than to entertain some nonsense, right? So that is what I'm getting from that particular card. Now, spirit guides of the hidden realms, what messages would you have for us today? What messages would you have for us today? I will tell you one thing is for sure. The way this person got you feeling is outstanding. Ow. Okay. We here now, sweetheart. All right. Now, hidden guides of the hidden realms. What? All right. Dang, that came flying out. The eyes of mystery. This is about mystery, uncharted territory, and a deep knowing. Okay. So, like I told you earlier, this is giving a lot of third eye energy, right? This is giving a lot of intuitive things that come naturally to you in this connection that would not normally be existing, right? There's a beauty that is coming with this relationship that is abnormal. Okay? It is abnormal. Now, and when I say abnormal, I mean not, you know, psychotic, crazy, or anything like that. When I say abnormal, I mean just that. You have probably never felt like this, or it has been a while since you felt like this. Okay? If you know what I'm talking about, put the red heart in the chat. Now, how is this showing up in our relationships? How is this showing up in our everyday life? All right. That's too many. Sometimes it's so hard to hold these big old cards. Okay, a fresh start. Okay, there's something about where you are in life that it feels like you're getting a fresh start. You may also have recently done something dramatic to your hair, i.e. cut your hair or color your hair, do something different to your hair. But we all know for the feminine energy, right? It is something to be said for when a woman cuts her hair. Okay, it is something to be said for when that woman cuts her hair. She's sick and tired. It's like when a woman's fed up, it ain't nothing you can do about it. Hopefully that's not the point of this conversation, but you get where I'm going, right? Now, what is a sign that this message may be for you? What is a sign that this message may be for them or for you? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Put them hearts in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. All right, globe. You may be seeing a lot of globes. This is about your possibility, okay? The potential that is here. You may also be thinking about a lot of traveling or going abroad. I know right now we have a lot of geopolitical tensions and uprising across many different continents. Now may not be the time for you to travel. As you know, last week, or was it this week when we invaded Venezuela, you do know that the airspace was closed down, right? So it may not be the time unfortunately for you to be traveling abroad, but you could be thinking about it or planning it, okay? Or you may be possibly traveling domestically by vehicle, okay? But if you are seeing a lot of globes, this is your reminder that you are seeing a lot of potential in this particular person, okay? There's a lot of possibilities that are here. Again, we are talking about the difference between intentions, motives, and agendas, all right? Last card, Spirit. What is a part of this overall energy? How do we encapsulate this overall energy portion for today's reading? Okay, we have healing again. So you see the theme here. We have another rose, okay, with the healing card. This rose represents faith, beauty, and beginnings, okay? Faith, healing, and beginnings. So we have another rose. So this is the second rose today. Okay, so that tells me right here it's a lot of romance. Okay, if you have ever really experienced romance, I want you to flood the chat with the red heart. If you've experienced romance, if you have experienced being in love, all the feels. Okay, I want you to put the red heart in the chat. As you do that, excuse me, I am going to go to my book because I love this book because it always encapsulates everything of what I've said. And it bookmarks and rounds out this part of the reading. Let's see. Come on. All right, healing. Y'all ready? Here we go. In order to heal, we must forgive. And sometimes the person we must forgive is ourselves. Okay? This is a quote from my LeBron. When you have been hurt, it is completely, can I read today? God dog it. When you have been hurt, it is easy. And I said it again. When you have been hurt, it is a completely natural reaction to raise your defenses. You may block others from getting close to you on an emotional level to prevent future hurt from occurring, and you may chastise yourself for allowing personal vulnerability. To start the healing process, you must first forgive yourself. If you find that you are engaging in a pattern of negative self-talk, take a moment to stop, breathe deeply, and let go of destructive thought patterns. The truth is, no matter what you may have done in the past, that time has now gone. No amount of worry or berating yourself will change what has already come to pass, nor will it allow the healing process to begin. As you move forward, you must use hindsight as a measure of wisdom rather than a tool for punishment. It is time to forgive, starting with yourself first. Forgiveness will set you free as we walk along the path of healing. So this is about you using restoration, recovering, renewal, okay, recuperating and forgiving yourself and overcoming discontentment, regret, sorrow, and dis-ease, okay? Now, I know you guys are probably like, what does that have to do with anything? Intentions, motives, and agendas. Intention, motives, and agendas. I want you to keep that at the forefront of your mind, because what I just picked up as I was reading that is that you may not have had the intention to be in a compromising situation. Your motives were pure, okay? Your needs that were based upon these things were clear. But the agendas that other people have towards you and how things may have panned out may not be the same, okay? Or it could be totally different. Let's find out. If y'all ready to get into this reading, I want you to go ahead and put your favorite beverage emoji in the chat. Favorite beverage emoji. Because it's Friday. It's happy hour, y'all. Somebody gonna be happy somewhere. Put your whatever you're drinking on, okay? Go ahead and drop it in the chat. And let's get ready for the discovery. Here we go. All right, y'all. So before we begin, I want to set the tone. This is a point where I will conduct a discovery session to uncover some themes, some issues, or some concerns that may be occurring between you and your person. Okay. Remember, at a high level, I'm just pulling cards. Then I will realign each area of concern with its prospective person, whether that be person A or that be person B. All right. So if y'all ready for it, here we go. What is some cosmic insights that we need to know about what's going on with this person? Give me some indicators. What is going on with this person, spirit, or these people, I should say. What in the world is going on? Why is all my cards half flipped up and everything? I'll deal with that later. All right, distance, okay? You and your partner may be physically or emotionally distant, okay? We've been getting a lot of this week. A lot of distance and stuff is coming up. But you and your person may be physically or emotionally distant right now, okay? The relationship could be possibly strained. Or there could be a massive disconnect right now, which happens. That's a part of relationships that makes relationships difficult, right? The smallest misunderstanding could escalate into something totally unanticipated, right? What is the T, spirit? What is the T? Dust it off, okay? Dust it off. We got the healing card. There's the spirit reiterating that it's time for somebody in this connection to dust it off, okay? So somebody is shaking it off. Spirit just said your ego is just bruised. That's all. All right, Spirit. Ooh. What else is going on in this connection? What else is going on in this connection, Spirit? Receipts, evidence, guilty as charged and exposed. Okay, somebody got receipts that somebody was doing something that they was not supposed to be doing, had no business doing. Who's been violating somebody here? Somebody got caught. All right, Spirit, when we look into the broken mirror, what do we see? Why can't I shuffle the cards now? Crazy. All right. All right. When we look into the broken mirror, what do we see, Spirit? What do we see? Make it rain, manifesting abundance, legal matters in your favor, unexpected money, promotion, and or starting a new business, okay? Somebody is in the way of the money right now, okay? With this make it rain. Perhaps somebody was withholding, okay? Somebody might have been withholding. Now, what lies beneath all of this, Spirit? What lies beneath all of this? What lies beneath all of this? Hey. Trash, throwing it away, getting rid of, and tossing out. We also had the insecure card to fall out. Okay. So we have trash here. throwing away, getting rid of, tossing it out. Okay? Man, that ain't good, you know? That is not good.
Garbage out of here.
Then we have insecure as well. Okay, so this possibly is feeding back into the question at hand about your healing process, right? Not coming to the table looking for all the wrong things. You're in a fresh, new, exciting relationship. And because you have been hurt before, you're insecure, right? And every little thing is triggering to you where you want to throw the baby out with the bathwater, okay? Listen, not everybody is a fake, phony, and a fraud, okay? Some people actually have genuine intentions and motives, and it is supported by their agenda.
You are a scammer.
Not everybody's fake. All right. What is the true emotion here, Spirit? And Spirit just told me to get another deck, too, to pull from. So I will do that. All right. What is the true emotion here, Spirit? What is the true? Oh, not happily single, doing you, dating, stress-free, setting goals, and career focused, okay? Goes back to the intentions that I referred to, okay? So now we have happily single, doing you, dating, stress-free, setting goals, career focused, okay? You are worried about you. What is the yin and the yang here? Excuse me. What is the yin and the yang? Yin and the yang. Closed off, guarded, resistance, pride, defense, wounded warrior. Okay, someone is definitely protecting themselves at this time. Whether that be you or your person, we'll find out exactly who we're talking about. But someone is definitely preserving their thoughts, feelings, and their emotions, not allowing someone to get too close to them. Not sure about what your intentions are. Concerned about what the other person's motives may really be. Okay? What is causing this relationship to break down? What is the blocker in this relationship? What is the blocker in this relationship? Okay, we got two cards to come out. The first one is feeling unloved. Okay, you deserve someone who can support you emotionally and love you feeling fully. Okay, so we have feeling unloved here. I also have unavailable. You are chasing someone as unavailable, or you are the one who is running away. Okay, so someone is unavailable in this connection. All right. And the last card. I know that this will make the stack uneven, but I will do this in a second. Okay, so as I promised, I am now aligning the traits with the person of who I think. I believe person A is the person who is insecure. Okay, I believe that they are happily single. I believe person A is in a process of dusting off what has happened to them. They are going through this healing process. They're going through the revitalization of their heart, their feelings, and their emotions. This person could be in the process of going to therapy and getting some professional help about how to process and deal with the things that you have dealt with. They are the ones who are closed off and guarded. And I also feel like they are the ones who is emotionally and mentally unavailable. Okay. They could be the runner. Person B in all of this, I would say, is a little bit frustrated by this because they're not getting what they need out of this connection. They feel unloved. Okay. They also may have put some distance in this relationship because they're not getting what they need out of this connection. So there is emotional and physical distance here. I do believe that they are so tired of playing this game with you. Like at this point, they're ready with things just being done. Okay. This particular individual may be the person who is coming to the table. Well, it's not even that they are. They potentially are. They are coming to the table. They are offering you pure intentions. They have a great motive and an agenda. They're looking for something of substance. Whereas you, person A, you have been so betrayed and violated and tired of being vulnerable and fragile from loving all of the wrong people. You have closed yourself off. You have closed your heart space. Okay. Person B is not that person, and you have to recognize that, but we'll talk more about that in a second. Now, there is some receipts here, okay, that has really corroborated where they stand with this connection. They may have seen you still dating other people. They may have caught you on a dating site. Some type of way you have been exposed, okay? And it has been revealed to them that you do not have the same motives and agendas for being in this connection as they do. As a result, they may have been refocusing their efforts and energy on their finances, you know, coming to some unexpected money, getting a promotion at their job, or starting a new business. All right. Now, before I move on to figure out whose business we about to get into today, I want to know, is there really love here? Okay. And this was the deck that Spirit told me to pull as I was shuffling the other cards. Okay. So the question then becomes, is there really love in this connection between person A and person B? All right, here we go.